thank you for listening my journey with Organon. Welcome to episode number 1 of my journey with Organon. I'm Dr. Ravina
And myself, Dr. Mithilesh.
and we'll begin with this podcast by reading aphorism number 1 from 6th edition of Organon of Medicine.
So, I'll start reading the aphorism.
Yes.
The first aphorism given in 6th edition of Organon is: the physician's high and only mission is to restore the sick to health, to cure as it is done. So, this is the first aphorism. I would like to ask Dr. Ravina that what do you get or what do you understand from this aphorism? Will you please share with me or our listeners?
Yes, my experience about this aphorism is I feel that this aphorism is straightforward, and Dr. Samuel Hahnemann, our master, is trying to tell us that this is your mission. This is what you have to do as a homeopathic physician. And because of this aphorism, our aim gets clear and it becomes very easy to focus on our duty particularly. So yes, I feel that this is a straightforward aphorism, and there are words like sick, health, cure, and we are going to understand it from the perspective of Dr. Hahnemann.
Yes.
Right. And that's all for me. And I would also like to know from you that how do you see this word mission here? Like, I would like to understand it from your perspective of life.
Okay. See, if you read it carefully, that master purposely have given the words over here, such as mission, okay, and as it is termed. He purposely mentioned over here because he would also say that physicians had only work or any other word he can synonymous word he can put it over here, but he used mission or such meaningful word. So a literal meaning of mission word is like your job, your business, or your whatever meaning that we find in dictionaries is like a thing which you have to be focused while doing, or a thing which is a purpose of your life, so that it is a first prior thing in your life, because the mission, when you are on mission, your life is focused, you are more concentrated while doing that work, and all the power is in one direction, so you can easily fulfill that job, or you can just that job.
Yes.
Okay. So I think the mission word is used
Here to direct,
yes,
to give you a particular direction.
That
yes,
you should not think of anything else than to cure. Your
mission is to cure.
Yes.
The sick.
The word as it is, it
Yes.
says.
And about sick means, I have started recently reading a book, lectures on Organon by Dr. James Kent, and in his first lecture he mentions that if you ask any person about sick, what do you mean by sick, then that person will tell you his opinion about sick. And if you go to another person, he will tell you his opinion about the word sick. So the thing is that you will have n number of different opinion about word sick or health and cure. But here you as a homeopathic physician should abandon those opinion, because here we are to understand what our master has described about word sick, health and cure. And this is the beautiful statement I got attracted to, because he was telling that what you should do and what you should not do when it comes to giving opinion about these words, seek health to cure. And yes,
the obviously last is like as it is termed. That means
Yes.
like the principles or the terms which are given by Dr. Samuel Hahnemann to practice homeopathy. He is talking about those terms, which
or
are
maybe as
basically
it is termed, like as it is given.
as it
That's
is given.
it. That's all.
Yes. So
Yeah.
we have to follow those things which have given by our master. And
Definitely.
you have mentioned Dr. Kane. So he is an ardent follower of our master, and he
Yes.
also says that he also uh, he what he get from the word term is that the principles
Yes.
on which our pathi is best.
Yes.
And principles are facts, and
Yes, yes. This is what
and
he has.
he coined the term, or he explains that term as opinions are based on facts.
Yes.
Facts are not based on opinions. So we must opinion ourselves
But
on the
facts
basis of
cannot
facts.
be changed.
Yes, on
But
the basis of facts.
Yeah, and the facts
And
cannot
if
be changed.
opinions are on the basis of facts, they are more valid, or they are as they are.
Yeah, and he has also written that whatever I am saying, or maybe whatever we are discussing about on Organon, cannot replace what is written in Organon of Medicine. This is what he has written
Yes,
in the
yes.
introduction part of that book, and I really like these things. Means
Yes.
you can have different opinion about the facts, but that doesn't mean that it is going to change what is the meaning of sick or health or cure.
Yes.
That's what Hahnemann has explained,
Yes.
because this book
Yes.
has been compiled in a way that all scientific experiments of Dr. Samuel Hahnemann are recorded in this book. So, yes,
So now we'll move to the footnote
sure, yes.
of the first aphorism. So I'll just read it and we'll discuss, or we can cut each other in between the
Yeah,
in
we'll
between
discuss.
while I'm reading to
Sure.
discuss something.
Anyways.
Okay. So
Or you can maybe read it completely.
fine.
Yeah.
If I want to say something about some
Okay.
words or something, I'll explain it. Okay. What I feel about that reading. Okay. So the footnote is his mission. Now Hahnemann wants to signify the word mission over here. That he says that his mission is not, however, to construct so-called systems by interweaving empty speculations and hypotheses concerning the internal essential nature of the vital processes and the mode in which diseases originate in the invisible interior of the organism. So then whereon in he again explains that whereon so many physicians have hitherto ambitiously wasted their talents and their time, nor is it to attempt, means physicians' mission is not to involve in such so-called systems, and also is it to attempt to give countless explanations regarding the phenomena in diseases and their proximate cause, which must ever remain concealed from the patients, then wrapped in unintelligible words and an inflated abstract mode of expression, which should sound very learned in order to astonish the ignorant, whilst sick humanity sighs in vain for aid. Of such learned reveries, to which the name of theoretic medicine is given, and for which special professorship are instituted, we have had quite enough, and it is now high time that all who call themselves physicians should at length cease to deceive suffering mankind with mere talk and begin now, instead, for once to act, that is, really to help and to cure. So now we'll see that while reading this footnote, what I obviously we have to read it repeatedly to better understand the meaning, actual meaning of this word, and we have to read Organon. Like in first reading, you might get that what you would do, what you should do, or you should not do. But after several readings, you will find the real meaning of what our master wants to say. So
Why? Because not because the book doesn't give you facts. Maybe you will experience all the knowledge in one reading only. But the thing is that the abundance of a knowledge given in this book is so vast, and I think for that you need to read it repeatedly
yes,
to keep updated
yes,
with the principles of homeopathy. That is the aim, because this book tells you the facts which are simple actually, and this whole book comprises the principle. These are
actually,
these are actual facts,
yes,
or
yes.
scientific
And-
principles,
and this happens.
they are not gonna change.
And this happens in nature.
Yeah.
Simple phenomena are difficult to understand. Yes.
So the why reading again and again, the Organon is a journey, because that helps you to understand and remember the facts.
Okay. So now Hahnemann wants
Yeah.
us to understand from this is that what things we must not do. Like
Yes.
while on this journey, while accomplishing our mission, you must not waste your time on such things which are hypothetical, on the basis of opinions, just the theories, which are so impractical.
Transcendental
Yes,
things.
yes, just the theories that if you would give an example of that is like all of us now we know that Earth is round, but if you go ages beyond, the people were believing that Earth is flat and all. So, but the fact won't change by our opinions, right? The gravity would be gravity wherever you will go. The other forces will be like, what are the laws or what are the facts would remain same wherever
So
you
here-
go.
yeah.
So here he wants us to be focused on those facts and not to like wander off on the not to
Jump
like spend
towards
your
topics.
energies or yes to energies to explain the patient why is happening to you and what is there is happening with you, and
Yeah.
this is the thing which is happening with you, and that's why you
Exactly.
are sick, and the system then this follows that and this follows that, that's why the condition is now difficult and you are in disease condition.
Yeah,
This-
that is,
these
yeah,
are,
it's-
these
yeah,
are
absolutely,
yes,
absolutely,
these are just
absolutely.
talks.
Absolutely.
Ah.
It means that if patient comes to you and if he is there and you have done the physical examination, now it comes to the counseling of a patient,
Yes.
then at that time I think we must consider a wearing patient up to some extent if he
Yes.
has some questions.
Yes.
But apart from it, explaining him that how
Yes.
disease happens and how cure happens and everything, that is not necessary.
Means he wants us to,
Because at the first place, the patient wants cure.
yes,
That is all they want.
Yes.
They want to be healthy.
and by explaining these things, patient may think that what is he is a so clever doctor, he know all the terms, what knowledge he has. Means patient would get flattered by your talks.
Or he might consider
Ah.
himself that I don't know, I know nothing. Or it may happen that he may get misunderstood or misguided.
Yes, but he what he would think if a doctor explains him in a better way what is happening to him and then what is there. So he might think, yes, this doctor got me, like this doctor knew what I am suffering and now he can cure it. But results would be like devastating. That
Yeah,
the
so-
patient's health is like as it is, disease is as it is. So we have to be more focused on the cure, on the principles. We must adhere ourselves to the
Yeah.
principles.
We must focus on our
Yes.
patient. That is what
rather
we
than
want to
all
say.
these theoretical explanations and
Yes.
explaining what is happening, what
Yes.
is what systems are involved now, what would be the if it is required, if patient is really concerned, or the you might maybe there must be, there may be there are situations like you have to explain what is the disease happening with the patient
Or
to
maybe
their
about
relatives.
prognosis, you can
Yes,
aware
explain.
them with the
Aware them.
prognosis. If they want to know, and if
Yes.
it is important to tell them about the prognosis.
Yes.
I remember one case of mine. It was PCOD case, and that lady came to me, and their whole family was so scared about disease PCOD, because obviously they had already read about PCOD diseases from Google or maybe from the other sources, and they got misunderstood and they were so scared. So at that time I considered explaining them about like disease, because to aware them with the disease is our duty. So they got their explanation and everything was fine, and they started the treatment. But here, how this disease had happened, what were the causes and everything, that was not necessary. So I think
Yes.
we must focus on it.
Yes, and in last of these,
and it is still a practice, because this is what our master Hahnemann has said. He was
yes,
absolutely.
and in these para, if you read at the last, he is telling us that we have had quite enough.
Yeah, now everything is enough.
Enough.
Better focus on your work.
Of such learned reveries, we have had quite enough. So, and it is now high time that all who call themselves physicians should at length cease to deceive suffering mankind with mere talk, and begin now instead for once to act. So it's now a high time. It's now high time. You must stop yourself.
You must focus on your mission.
Now you have to act. That is really to help and to cure. So this is the help mankind needs.
Yeah.
You can say. Like,
Absolutely.
yes. This is the help you can provide to your patient to act.
I really love the way Hahnemann has put his
Yes.
word
Yes.
so straightforward, because
Yes.
he was so brave,
Truthful. Yes.
and brave to put his word
Yes.
in front of society, in front of everyone, because he used to believe, dare to be wise. He has also he has also tell us that you must be like dare to be wise. That's all.
And see, now this is in the first aphorism is for like this is why I wonder sometimes like why master has given this aphorism
in the beginning. Yeah, and I feel myself so fortunate that yes, now our mission is written there itself, like in the beginning. Now your aim is clear, everything is clear, the knowledge is in front of you. What we need to do right now is to focus on our mission, to follow the principles of homeopathy thoroughly, and of course,
because this book
give cure to mankind.
Book is like a manual for homeopathy.
Yeah, absolutely.
It contains all the instructions, right? Like what to do and what. Yes. So this you must read it, and now we have started this. So this is the first aphorism for us, and
this was our journey with aphorism number 1 so far, and we'll go one by one.
We are going to share one by one all the aphorisms, and please do listen carefully that these are our experiences or what our thoughts on these aphorisms. So stick with us, guys. So let's.
Okay, so this was all about aphorism number 1. We will meet on the another episode, which is episode number 2. So till then, keep reading Organon. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.